So, you have finished making your indie game, but there is something missing: earning money. One of the best ways of doing this is by adding ads to your game. There are a lot of services of advertisements, but one of the most used is Google AdMob. You will learn the types of ads and how you can add them to your Unity project step by step in order to start making money with your games. So the first thing you have to do is to search in Google AdMob Unity. You will enter the first link. We have here a guide, a documentation about how to use Google AdMob. The first thing you have to do is to scroll down until the download the plugin. You will click here. Then you will download the Unity package and you will wait until it's download. You will also need an account in Google AdMob. You can just sign in with your Google account, so you shouldn't have any problem with this. Once you have entered your Unity project, you are going to drag and drop it in the assets folder. You will have this window, import Unity package. You are going to click where it says import and you are going to wait a few seconds. If this window appears about consent request, these pre-compiled assemblies, you have to update these assemblies, so you are going to click yes. If you are receiving some type of error, is due to you haven't switched platform of your project. To do this, you're going to select file, build settings, and then you're going to switch platform to Android, and then again you have to wait a couple of seconds. Then you will have to enable Android auto resolution. You will click where it says enable and then again you have to wait. Nicely done, we don't have any error and everything seems to be working fine. Go to our Google AdMob account, then click on apps, add app. Here you select the platform of your app, in my case Android. Is the app listed on a supported app store? Not yet, so we are going to select no. We click continue. We put the name of our app, in my case I'm just going to put ads, and you leave user metrics as default and you click on add app. Next you click done, you wait, and here we have our app created. The next step is to click where it says app settings and you have here the app ID. You are going to copy, and this app ID we're going to paste it where it says assets, then Google mobile ads, settings, and here in the field where it says Android we paste it with Ctrl+B. Okay, now we have all set up and we can start creating our script that will create our ads. For doing that, I'm going to create a new game object, call it ads. Then I will create a new component that will be a script called ads, new script, and I will create that script. In the documentation of Google AdMob, you will find all the formats you can make an advertisement. We will start with the easiest one, that is the banner. For doing that, I'm going to click here, implement a banner. I will use this code here, but I'm going to be explaining it deeply so that you can understand it better. To start with the banner, we have to create a new variable of type banner view. I'm going to call it banner view as well. And then I have to create a new string and call it banner ID. Actually, you can put any name you want, and I'm going there to put one of the test ads identifications in the enable test ads. In this case, the ID of a banner. I'm going to copy and paste this information here. I'm going to create a new function and call it void request banner because I'm going to create a new banner. My banner view will be equal to new banner view because we want to create a new banner. This banner view requires 3 parameters: an ID that it's our banner ID, then a size, in this case add size dot banner. This is the default size of a banner, and then we need the position that will be add position dot bottom. Add position dot bottom will be at the bottom of our game. We need to make a request, so add request will be this type of variable. I'm going to call it request, and it will be equal to new add request dot builder dot build, because here we are requesting to make an advertisement. And then our banner view, I'm going to actually load add, and here I will put my request. And with only these 3 lines of code, we are generating a banner. You can call this function whenever you want. I would just suggest you to call it at the start, so then as soon as I launch my game, my banner is created. As you can see, it works perfectly fine. The next type of advertisement we are going to add are the interstitial. Interstitials are full screen ads that cover the interface of an app until closed by the user. These are the most annoying type of ad. I will need the same 2 variables I created before, so this will be interstitial ad, because it's an interstitial. I'm going to call it interstitial ad as well. And then I also have to create a new string, interstitial ID, and there I'm going to put the other example ID, but in this case for the interstitials. So again, I jump to enabling test ads, and in the interstitials I copy this value and enter it in the interstitial ID variable. Then the next type is the interstitial, so let's create a new request interstitial function. Inside here I'm going to assign this interstitial ad to a new interstitial ad using the ID. Again, I have to make a request, so add request equal new add request dot builder dot build. We have to load this ad, so interstitial ad dot load ad, and we put here the request. In Unity, I'm going to create a button with which we will create this interstitial ad. So right click UI canvas, I'm going to then put here scale with screen size. As a reference resolution, I'm going to put some value, for example this. I'm going to create a button. Of course, you can show interstitial ads whenever you want, but for this sample I'm going to just make a button. I'm going to create a new public function so that when I create this public function, I can assign the onClick Unity event of the button to this function. So let's create show interstitial ad. So here I'm going to put interstitial ad dot show to actually show this interstitial, but we are not calling the request interstitial nowhere. So at the start I'm going to request an interstitial like this, and after showing my interstitial I'm going to request another, so that the next time you press the button you will instantly request another no banner request interstitial like this. You assign on the onClick this function we have just created, ads, and show interstitial ad. So now I have this banner we created before, and also the show interstitial ad. This is an interstitial test on ad from Google AdMob. We can close and create all the interstitial ads we want. The last ad we are going to be implementing is the rewarded ad. So rewarded videos ads are full screen videos ad that the user had the option of watching it in full in exchange for in-app rewards. These are, for example, used when you want to revive, when you want to double your points, etc. Again, we have to create new variables. In this case, rewarded ad as well. Also the ID rewarded ad ID, where we will put the example ID. In this case will be rewarded. We are going to copy and paste this inside this variable. Also a new function is required, void request rewarded ad. This is very similar as all the others we made. So rewarded ad will be equal to a new rewarded ad using the ID we put before. Then we make a new request .builder.build, and then we load this advertisement, load ad, using the request. I will create another button for this, which will need add another method of type public void show rewarded ad. I am going to show this rewarded ad dot show, and then I'm going to request another one, request rewarded ad. At the beginning, I'm also going to request another show rewarded ad. I am also going to duplicate this button. I'm going to delete this on click event. I'm going to create a new one, use again this add game object, and in function this time will be show rewarded ad. I'm going to move it down just a little bit and also change the text to. With this, the rewarded ad is working just fine. As you can see, a rewarded ad is shown. You have to wait 5 seconds and then you can close. But as you can see, no reward is given to the player. To do that, you are going to copy these 2 lines of code from the documentation, and you're going to paste it under this variable. Also, you have to copy this other function, also paste it somewhere. Sorry, you have to copy and paste this function right here. This one you can just delete it. It wasn't that one. Okay, now everything is fine. You have here some arguments, some other things that doesn't really matter. In this case, I'm just going to print here reward given to the player. So this message should be printed whenever we earn a reward from a rewarded ad. So let's test this out. Show rewarded ad, we have to wait 5 seconds, and then when we close the ad, we see here reward given to the player. This is just an example. You can make whatever you want here. For example, I will just here destroy my banner ad. So banner view dot destroy to destroy it, and then when we show this rewarded ad and we get that reward, this banner should be deleted. Of course it is deleted, so everything is working fine. These are the 3 most used ads: the banner, the interstitial and the rewarded ad. There are other types of ads that are explained in the documentation, but as I said before, these are the three most used. This is all for today's video. If you like it, please comment and subscribe to the channel for more Unity tutorials, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.